Supervisor Teixeira, please.
Thank you, Chairman Patterson and Supervisor Hill. I agree with my colleagues from Districts 1 and 3. I think that we do need some more work on this. And the density bonus, the water, and the lot size are the major concerns that I have. But I think the real key thing that we as a board have realized is the fact that the democratic process works. People are here today to voice their opinion. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, election, it went the way some people wanted it, some people weren't happy with it. But I think that's a great part about this country is we come together as a people and figure out what we want to do and tell our elected officials what we want to do and do it freely. So I'd like to thank the public for being here today. I'd like to thank you for all your emails and your concerns about this. And I think the real important thing, and something that I saw was a lack when I was on the Parks Commission, is public involvement. We used to really be happy when we got public comment and we had public in our meetings at the Parks Commission. To have a turnout like this today I think is great, whether you're for it or against it, that's your prerogative. But I think to have public here, have public involved, and to show that they're concerned on an issue like this is very key in our county. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Teixeira. Adam, back to you.
Well, I just wanted to follow up before you, Mr. Chair, and I guess we can hear from the public. You know, this is not going to win me friends anywhere. This is what we call back east hard-boiled pragmatism. You know, I'm quite willing to accept that I might be a little bit wrong, a little bit right on this, which is, I think, a reason to want to continue to look at it and discuss it rather than to make a decision and have some doubts about whether these things have been properly addressed. I do agree that there are some important issues that need to be looked at with an open mind for revision, both when it comes back to us from my colleagues, and I hope that they'll see that this is something we should return to, that we can direct staff to work with some of the folks that we talked about, and then come back with and look at this to revise this and move on. I think that's the way we want to work. I think we've typically worked well together when we're able to come to some general agreement on what matters. To the public, I would say that we're reminded often from you, I guess, when you're particularly say motivated to speak to us, that we represent all of you. Not just the people in our district, and not just the people who voted for us, and sometimes that can be difficult in the fog of politics to remember. But it also works both ways. If you want us to represent you as best as we can, we need a measure of respectful dialogue and a sense that you're not coming at us from a state of complete dislike, complete distrust, complete this guy is bad and that's why we need to tell him these things about our various philosophies. So if there's an opportunity for people to see that we're trying to represent those who are concerned as best as we can, and also to see if we can make this a better proposal and come back to it, then it's ultimately a compromise that we've crafted to try to lower the temperature and come at this with a little bit more thought, a little bit more involvement, with better analysis, a little bit more input from the people who've been involved. And I think that's really the best way to craft public policy, and I hope that people will see that, but I will certainly be glad to receive any emails and such afterwards, but that's where I'm at.